Hello, and thank you for joining us on Newsweek, where we highlight some of the biggest stories that made the headlines recently. I am Mark Otabo. This week, Akume, Edun lead 10-man local government autonomy implementation panel. Also, NLC 6-time extension for Ajero to honor police invitation, threatened strike. And later on the show, ASU issues 21-day strike notice over unmet demands. All the details in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back. This week, the federal government inaugurated a 10-man inter-ministerial committee to ensure that states comply with the Supreme Court's verdict on local government autonomy. Recall that the Apex Court had on 11th of July 2024 granted financial autonomy to all the 774 local governments across the country to improve their efficiency. Members of the inaugurated committee include the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, the Attorney General of the Federation, and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, and the Accountant General of the Federation. Now, joining me via Zoom for more insight on this is Olayinka Daniels. He's a lawyer. Olayinka, how are you doing this evening? Okay, I hope we establish connection with him in a bit, but I have Nelson Ekujimi right here in the studio with me. He's a political analyst, always pumped and ready. Good to have you on the show this evening.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Fantastic. Now, Nelson, very quickly now, politics, they say, is local. Why should there be a 10-man panel to enforce the local government autonomy? Aren't the states knowledgeable enough to understand that a true democratic process has to be in place for things to work smoothly? Must we go that length to set up a panel for them to comply with the judgment?
Well, thank you very much. I think this is a step in the right direction. Yes, like you have rightly said, ordinarily we shouldn't have done this, but knowing the peculiarities of our local situation, we needed this. And that is why you see that even in that 10-man committee, there's a representative of the Nigerian Governors Forum, a representative of the governors. And that tells you clearly that the federal government wants them to be in sync with the judgment of the Supreme Court. Because once the Supreme Court gives a judgment, it becomes law. But we have seen the comments from some of the governors attempting to assault the Constitution. So I think the engagement that this committee is going to have with the governors, who are the main people on the firing line with regards to resistance to local government autonomy, I think is a step in the right direction, because this is a democracy. Mm-hmm. It's about dialogue. It's about talking. Even when there are laws, we need to make you say, look, this is what the law says. You can't do otherwise. If you do otherwise, you'll be in breach of the law. But don't forget, you swore an oath to uphold the Constitution. So going with any act that is contrary to this means you are assaulting the Constitution. So our situation warrants us being on that page. So for me, it's so long as it's about people coming together to ensure that the law that has been passed is implemented, it's all well and dry.
All right. Well, Olayinka Daniels, good to have you join us on the show this evening. How are you today?
Thank you for having me.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was about putting the question through to Nelson.
Volume is solo.
You are already there. Now, the financial autonomy would actually obviously bring about some level of sanity at the grassroots, which is very glaring to everyone. Now, should we conclude that some of our governors are actually the problem in the system? And what can be done to actually check their excesses? Because obviously, there has been a very obvious pushback when this particular implementation was passed.
Well, if you can hear me, we must tread softly, but then we all know it is clear that some of our governors are the problem of the people. Some of us, we have said this severally. When people point accused fingers to just the federal government and leaving the governors out of it, we have said over time that governors are actually the problem we have. Because I do not see any reasons why some governors would think there is no need for local government to have autonomy, that they should be the one in charge of the money and not the local government. I do not see any reason, because this is the grassroots. And thank God for the step the federal government had taken in this, and thank God for the judgment of the Supreme Court to help them in this cause. We know that the grassroots, it is the local government. The state government receive money from the federal government, and they give token to the local government, and even sometimes supervise and even dictate whatever they want the local government to do. So more like they are still in charge. So the grassroots does not benefit from the dividends of democracy as being seen by the federal government today. So if only our governors will see reason, because the truth is we hear all sorts, and the next thing you hear some money, by the time they are leaving the office, you will hear all sorts of, ridiculous amount, figures that they've been, arrested for or something, or to come and account for such money, and we don't even know what they do with this money. So now, because all that have been denied them now, because they're not going to see all those those Christmas gifts anymore, so then they want to deny the people. And they have forgotten that these people are the beneficiaries. These people are the owner of the money we are talking about. And if federal government has deemed fit to see reason why this money should go to the grassroots, I don't see any reason why any governor whatsoever should deny the grassroots the dividends of democracy.
All right.
Because this is where we will see employment. This is where you will see roads, good roads. You will see, local government making use of this money, and the people are benefiting from the dividends of democracy.
All right.
So any governor that is against this is enemy of democracy and is enemy of the people.
All right, thank you very much. Now, you can, Oladanis is very clear and saying, look, the governors are actually becoming a pain in the neck with all the things happening around. But I want to put this to you quickly. What can be done to effectively spread orientation to the grassroots? Now that the local government autonomy has been granted, to make the leaders accountable to the people, and also give the people a feeling that, look, this is your moment, seize it.
Well, we already have that in place, because if you recollect, when the judgment was given, we saw even local government employees, Nolge, in some states go on a street celebration. So I think we need to, at the level of the media as well, we need to upscale our engagements with the people at the grassroots level to make them realize that, look, now we have a law in place that ensures that whatever is due to you from the local government and local administration, that you get it. And how do you get it? Is by ensuring that the basic functions of the local government are performed to the benefit of the generality of the people. Because over the years, we have seen a situation, like he rightly said, functions that ordinarily in the Constitution are assigned to the local government, the states have taken them over, and in taking them over, inadvertently, they have taken over their funds to help to tell them that we are going to execute it on your behalf. But now you have your own money. So the BALES, the CDAs, the CDC, the youth organization, this is the time for us all to put our eyes on the ball and ensure that whatever comes to our local government, we are all, monitoring it, so that the local government administration will do what is needful for our people.
All right, now we go on a quick break, and when we return, Newsweek continues in a moment. Please do stay with us.